Hey, she ended life coach. I was just thinking about in some of the previous videos I've talked about how I don't want to live a long life necessarily. The quality of life is certainly is important. Um, and I even mentioned doing some things maybe to speed up my death, as in I could eat better, I could exercise more, couldn't we all? Um, I could stop drinking Mountain Dews from time to time. I could stop eating hamburgers or cheeseburgers as much. We all could do things that we know contribute to us not living the healthiest lifestyle. But at the same time, we can't be perfect, right? I mean, we're here to live life. So I was actually analyzing why do I feel this way? It's one thing to know how you feel, but to know why you feel a certain way, I think requires sometimes exploring our past experiences, which made me think when I used to work actually it was a facility that took care of retired people or people who had dementia and Alzheimer's related issues, memory care unit in particular, and the whole floor. It could be up to 30 people who all had memory issues, and you had to watch them like they were little children. I mean, they would fight over the remote and punch each other in the day room. They would pour the drinks out upside down, turn the cup upside down, and try to drink out the other side of it. They would use their fork upside down. I mean, little things that you would think, again, it's like you had a daycare with toddlers. Um, but some of these people had illustrious careers. I mean, retired attorneys, doctors, dentists, you name it. But they would also, especially late at night, try to get on the elevator to escape or go back to court if he was an attorney. He was having some kind of memory issue where, or flashback where he thought he needed to be in court in the morning. And sometimes my way of dealing with him wouldn't be to say, I know the judge. I'll tell him that that you were going to come, but you were otherwise occupied. And somehow, sometimes that would relax him. He'd go back to bed after we'd already dressed him in his pajamas. He would get up, put on his suit, and try to get on the elevator to go to court because his mind had him thinking that. I think some of these stories I'm sharing with you have made me think I would not want to be in that condition. And certainly, some things we just can't control. And inevitably, the thing I fear the most could happen to me also. I realize that. But I'm also at the same time trying to take some steps to reduce the likelihood of that happening, as in, I don't want to be um, old and feeble waiting to die. I would rather live harder now, faster now, so that, again, when I'm on my deathbed, I can say, what a ride. I enjoyed that, and I'm ready. I want to exhaust this body. I certainly would like to explore this topic more with you and get your thoughts on it. It's just one of my fears, and I'm just being honest. I do fear being old, uh, incompetent, a burden. Because some of these people, of course, we had to drag them to the shower because they didn't understand the concept of bathing anymore. Uh, People who had sharp minds, again, sharpest of the sharpest, were now in conditions where we had to treat them like little toddlers. I understand that bell curve, we were born with nothing, we leave with nothing, but I'd like to speed that process up on the back end where I'm leaving under my own terms, if that makes sense. I'll talk about this more in future videos. Talk to you soon.